I look at it like if you're going into business with somebody though, and if it don't work out, you still gotta give up 50% of the business. So
you're right, but also if I get married and I get a divorce, that means all my paperwork from now on has to say divorce. Every legal document that I file has to acknowledge the fact that I've been married and I am no longer. That's a lot. That is a whole lot. Okay.
Right. Yeah. I encourage people to do it though. I like to see families and shit though, so.
I feel like people can be a family without so much getting married. But I also feel like you won't know a lot of people are married or not. A lot of people aren't having big weddings either. They just going to the courthouse. In Orangeburg, it costs quite literally $40 to go to the courthouse and get married. Okay.
Right. I mean, I look at it like that's easier right there. You know, go ahead and do it. But yeah, still people. I don't agree with a lot of people just dating for years and still get married and they still don't work out. So I'm like, y'all dated for all them years and it still didn't work out. Like, damn. So y'all.
I mean, you can't see into the future. I don't think nobody gets married and goes in with the expectation of it not working out. I also think that over time, people evolve. The person that you got married to may not be the same person in 10 years because people evolve. And it's okay to be like, okay, we've outgrown each other.
Right. You believe in ghosts? Halloween coming up. You believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I believe in spirits. I believe in ghosts.
You kind of remind me of what women called the spiritual women. Like you like the Erykah Badu type, like burning sages and doing all that. You be doing it?
Yep.
We call it earthy people.
You can call it that. You can call it that.
Earthy, yeah. You kind of give me those type of vibe. You smoke a lot of weed?
No, I work for the county.
That's a good answer. Good answer right there. That's a good answer right there. You believe in celebrating Halloween?
I don't believe there's anything to celebrate or to not celebrate. I think religious people made it this whole thing of like, oh my God, it's the devil's holiday and blah, 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 blah. And I really just feel like kids want to go outside and get some candy and wear Halloween costumes. And that's the type of time I be on. I want to wear a Halloween costume and go get some candy or get some drinks. I ain't... Listen. Right.
I don't celebrate Halloween like that. I like the candy part, you know. So that's the only part I really care about. I think it's fun though. I like seeing people in costumes and shit though.
Yeah.
Have you encountered any ghosts?
Sometimes I talk to my granddaddy or my great grandma or my aunt.
So you got like a sixth sense?
I don't think it's a sixth sense. I think a lot of times people look at ghosts in like a movie sense, but I feel like you don't have to look at ghosts in like a movie sense. It's people who have had paranormal experiences where somebody close to them passed away and they might have been in a house and all of a sudden it smelled like the cologne or perfume they used to wear, or they might have smelled like something they used to drink all the time. I mean, it's nothing to in that moment be like, oh, like, hey, such and such, and have like a slick conversation. I mean, I feel like people look at it as such a weird thing, and I mean, if that's how you view it, that's how you view it, but it's really not that deep. I feel like people try to make it more than what it is.
Right. So you be actually having conversations and shit?
I mean, they can't talk back. I can fill them in on what's going on and going about my day.
Right. I believe it. I never seen a ghost, me personally. I would like to see one though, but I think that's cool though. I think you tell a lot of people that, or
what, that you can just talk to them?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with saying it.
Are you a porn watcher? You believe in watching porn?
I believe you should do what makes you happy.
But I'm asking you, do you do that?
I have. I believe you should do what makes you happy.
Yeah, they were saying that like more women are watching just as much porn as men are reading.
I feel like women always have. I feel like it was a thing of, if you looked at it, you're Jezebel. Again, it's another it's another thing about society. Like, women can't do certain things that men can do.
What was your categories you watched though? Because I looked at the categories women watch. They be watching lesbian and gay porn. So they be watching that right there. So what are your categories you watch?
Whatever I feel like. It really just, it depends. I mean, you do what you do.
Alright. Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B?
Both.
Both?
Why would you pick two bad bitches against each other?
City Girls or Doja Cat?
Both. Why would you pit three bad bitches against each other? Like what?
You got to choose one, man. Mary J. Blige or Beyonce.
Why are you pitting bad bitches against each other? I am an all for one for all woman, okay?
You part of the feminist movement?
I don't think I'm a feminist. I really think that the feminist movement, as people try to categorize it today, is women trying to outdo men, or women trying to be more ambitious as men, or like, and that's really not the extent of it. The feminist movement quite literally came from women wanting equal rights. They just wanted to be able to fucking vote. And
they started voting in the 60s, I believe, ain't
but that's where it started. They just wanted to be able to vote. Did you know up until what, I think it was like the 60s or 70s, a woman couldn't get a bank account without a man? Like, they just wanted equal rights to be able to do not even everything, but small things. And niggas took that and was like, nah, they trying to get rid of us. And that was not the case. Your ego is just a little bit too big, pal.
I mean, I agree with the feminist part. Like, women have a choice, women have a right. I'm always agreeing with it. But I feel like some of these modern feminist women are taking it too far. The modern feminists nowadays is like, fuck these niggas, go get this money. I'm like, god damn, what the niggas did? Wait a minute. I mean, fuck these niggas.
I don't think it's so much as fuck these niggas get this money. It's you don't have to have a nigga. I feel like a lot of the old time society was built around you being married. Prime example, if you go on Netflix and you look at the show Bridgerton, it talks about how basically if a woman goes to this ball and she does not find a husband within the first season, then she's labeled as damaged goods because she wasn't married off in the first season. Baby, I am 16. I ain't trying to get married.
Well, actually, back then they used to get married about 17 to 18.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, women they're not trying to do that. That's not a priority anymore for women. Like, I feel like some women want to be married, and that's cool, that's for you. But it's not a priority for all women anymore. It's not a time period where if you're not married, society is going to shun you, and they're going to look down on you. Like, come on now.
All right, last two right here. You believe what the government is saying is about COVID, about the vaccines and catching?
You're talking to somebody who is vaccinated and who has had COVID.
Okay.
I have long-term effects of COVID. So
how long you had it?
I had COVID. My birthday is July 16th. I got COVID July. My first symptom was July 28th. I went and got tested August 1st, and I got diagnosed on August 3rd of 2020. And like quite literally to this day, I still have breathing problems. I also have asthma and bronchitis. So it has had long-term effects. Like, there are times now where I can be chilling and I have to take a breathing treatment because I quite literally cannot breathe. And it's not, I'm not doing anything. It's taxing on your body. And I feel like me personally, with the things that I do, I got vaccinated because I work where I work. I have family, you know, and if I get a second round of COVID, and I have no type of protection barrier, there's really no telling, because that one round damn near kicked my ass.
How long you was in the hospital?
I wasn't in the hospital, by the grace of God. I was at home.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was sleeping for, I think I slept, honestly, I slept for about a good 2 weeks. And then even then, when I was almost done with quarantine, I tried to get up and change the sheets on my bed and was like so exhausted. I was out of breath. Like I couldn't clean up my room. I couldn't change the sheets on my bed. I went back to work and was still down and like out of breath and stuff.
Yeah, so for everybody watching this, COVID is real, basically what you're saying.
Yeah, COVID is real.
Right. I got vaccinated too. I got the Pfizer. I don't know what you got.
I think I got Moderna.
Okay. Oh. Like, do you know how you got it, or you don't know where you got it from?
To be honest, that time period I was working at a hotel, so it could have been anywhere from like the people that were in and out of the hotel. But I know my grandfather, he was working for the county at the time, and he had been exposed to somebody who had it, and he got his results first, and then my grandma got her results, and then I got my results. So we all were diagnosed together. And my grandfather ended up being hospitalized. And he's still on an oxygen tank.
How long he been on oxygen tank?
A year.
Oh, wow. Prayers for grandpa.
He has to sleep with it. He can like maneuver without it during the day now, but he still has to sleep with it on.
Did he have like underlying issues?
No, my grandfather was perfectly fine.
What do you feel like the best way for people to avoid COVID or, you know, take this serious? What do you think some good stuff they should do?
I feel like if the government had shut down the fucking country, like an actual shutdown, things would have been cool.
I think they did that though, but people weren't listening.
No, they did not shut it down like they could have. Simply because you still had people like, I worked at a fucking hotel. That is not that I'm not an essential worker. I work the front desk at a hotel. A hotel is not an essential job.
Right.
Come on now. It's really not essential. But they didn't want to lose out on the money.
Right. I mean, yeah, you know it's all about the money thing. That's why I feel like they started the stuff back up or whatever. But I feel like, man, during the quarantine, a lot of people was getting abused. People were drinking a lot of alcohol. A lot of people come out the quarantine crazy. So you feel like that's the best result?
No, but I also feel like things have been going on longer than they had to. It's been, what, a year? And nothing has changed. When if we had just taken the literal national shutdown for 6 to 8 weeks, the government had given everybody funds to maneuver how they needed to, I feel like a lot of issues that we have now wouldn't be as prevalent. Like the housing issues, the employment, like all of that.
That's another thing. A lot of people got no jobs, and the government.
Did you know COVID right now is 4 times as high as it was last year? The COVID rate right now is 4 times as high. I
respect that. I hear what you're saying, but I look at it like during the lockdown, people still wasn't in their bill space. So I'm looking at it like COVID ain't going nowhere. So
COVID isn't, but what I'm saying is if the government had, like other countries quite literally said, okay, this is what we're going to give you. The only thing that's going to be open is grocery stores, okay? We're going to give you money for the weeks that you're missing out on, so you can stay afloat on top of your bills, so you can handle what you need to handle. The government gave us a stimulus check, then gave us another one a few months later, then another one a few months. And you're giving the stimulus checks months apart, but what is a stimulus? What is one $1,500 stimulus check going to do for somebody that's 4 months behind on rent?
Nothing.
Exactly.
A lot of people getting thrown out. The homeless rate is at an all-time high.
Exactly.
Unemployment rate is the national high. So I look at it like other countries was being compensated and they was being taken care of, while
America is trash. I've always said it. I'll always say it.
Like in other countries, I think I read that women get paid. They pay for those women to be out or whatever.
Yeah.
In America, they don't do that.
Yeah.
You got to use your own time if you got it or whatever. And if you don't got it, that's shit out of luck, basically.
Pretty much.
Kind of fucked up. They not taking care of. And it's a first world country. So yeah. Are you anti-mask or for the mask?
I'm for the mask.
Think the mask make a big difference?
I think that the mask add a layer of protection, as opposed to, this is literally a airborne disease.
That means you can go in your house, like seek through the doors.
But that also means if I'm sitting here breathing in your face and I have on a mask, or if I have on a mask, that's some kind of barrier. If you're wearing a mask, that's another barrier. If we just sitting here yapping, that don't help nothing for an airborne disease.
But ain't somebody got to have it to give it to somebody though?
Yeah, but there are also people who have it and don't know that they have it. They're asymptomatic people.
Right. What's your thoughts on the people saying that the chip it got a chip in it to track people and they can see where you're going, and the government is gonna hunt you down? Again,
I feel like that's stupid, because they don't need to put a chip in you to see where you're going. You get on your goddamn phone every day. Not only do you get on your phone every day, your phone has location privileges. You get on the internet every day. You get on Facebook and post. You get on Twitter and post. Them people don't need to do all that. Them people got your damn bank account tracks you, bro.
Yeah.
Between the transactions
Social Security numbers.
Exactly. You think they need to go as far as to place a chip in your body?
But somebody was telling me this COVID was really based on the movie though that came out years ago in the 80s, and they was talking about the events that took place right now. A lot of people say this was a plandemic instead of the pandemic. Would you agree on that? Like this was planned?
I wouldn't be surprised, because we live in America. What I will say is it's here now, so whether it was a pandemic or a plandemic, that doesn't stop the fact that we have to deal with it.
The government forced people to take the COVID shot?
Should the government force people to take the COVID shot?
Yeah.
I feel like that's to each his own. I mean, if you are anti-vaccination, that I send you my utmost prayers. I can't challenge your belief. There are people who don't want to get the flu shot or get the measles shot or get the mumps shot. That's between you and whatever God that you believe in. You do that. But I do feel like the part about it all being a hoax and that is between you and yourself. Go ahead.
Do you believe it was created, the COVID, or?
I feel like a lot of diseases are created.
Right. Yeah, that was what you had learned about yourself during the pandemic, like during the shutdown when it first started, the first phase they like to call it.
Not much, because I was still working.
Okay.
I quite literally worked through the entire pandemic.
So you ain't had no COVID parties or?
No.
Parties?
I've worked the entire time.
You feel like the COVID put a lot of division in a lot of people though? Like people don't want to hang around a lot of people because they don't feel like they got a vaccine, or you ain't wearing no mask, or you anti-vaccine or whatever?
I feel like a lot of people are more aware of the health risk, and that changes a lot. So I don't think it's more so division. I think a lot of people are being cautious.
All of your friends, your circle, like vaccinated?
The ones I live with, yeah. I don't know about the others. I don't really push like, oh my God, are you vaccinated? Woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. A lot of people I know are vaccinated. I also know people that aren't vaccinated.
You had to talk to anybody into being vaccinated?
No. Your choice is your choice.
Right. I agree. Yeah. They also were saying like if you do get it, it's a less likely chance that you die or get as sick as somebody who didn't get it.
Yeah.
Hey man, we appreciate you, Sarah, stopping by.
No, thank you for having me. I am going home to get in my bed because I have to work.
Any shout outs, anything?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Sierra Antoinette Official, or you can follow me on Twitter at XOCBBOX. Also, you can check out my website, which is www.sierraantoinette.com.
You got it.